purpose of this tutorial is to teach you simple output using the Arduino board and the LED light sensors. To do this, you'll need the Arduino Uno starter kit and the Arduino application. First, we'll look at how to build your Arduino board. You'll need the red LED sensor, or yellow if you wanted to use that instead, and the Arduino Uno board and USB cord. We'll need more in the future tutorials, but for now, we'll just need these few short things. The shorter pin on the light sensor needs to be grounded, so it can have power go to it. The longer pin goes into the digital read pin, and reads what we'll program into it. Luckily for us, there is a ground pin right next to the digital 13 pin, so we'll use the digital 13 pin. Attach it like so. Then plug in your Arduino board to your computer with the USB cord. Next, we'll look at programming the board. If you've programmed with processing before, programming with Arduino is incredibly similar, and just as simple. First, we'll look at the int element. Int represents an integer, which takes the place of something else. In this case, we'll name the int red for the red LED light sensor. We'll assign integer red a value of 13, which represents pin number 13 on the Arduino board. We do this so that way it's easier to determine which pin we're using on the Arduino board. It's easier to remember that red represents red than it is to remember that 13 represents red. It also helps when using multiple lights, which we'll get to in the next tutorial. Next, we must set up our void, which we do by typing in void setup, followed by a left and right parentheses, and a left bracket. This tells the program the parameters of the sketch. After going to the next line, you'll need to type in the function pin mode with a capital M. This tells the Arduino board what the pin will be used for. In parentheses, declare the number of the pin, which again is 13, and after a comma, put output in all caps. This declares that pin 13 on the board will be used for output. Then close the bracket. Next, we'll create the looped blinking of the LED lights, called the void loop. Set this up the same way you did the void setup. Inside the bracket, you'll need to use the digital write function with a capital W. This function helps activate the Arduino pins, and in this case, we'll use our integer as the object. In parentheses, insert red, and then in all caps, high. This tells the program that pin 13 will be set to a high state, or on. On the next line, call upon the delay object. In parentheses, we need to insert a number of milliseconds to hold that high position. For this exercise, we'll use 90. Then we need to repeat this, with the next object reading low in all caps to tell the program to put pin 13 to a low state, or off. Then set another delay for 90 milliseconds. The length of the delays determines the pattern and the frequency of the blinking. After you close your bracket, and before you upload your sketch to your Arduino board, you should verify it via the play button in the upper left-hand corner to make sure that there are no errors in your code. Then upload it using the upload button, which looks like a right-facing arrow. Once uploaded, your Arduino board's red LED should blink once for a bit, and then begin blinking frequently. The first blink is the Arduino board reading the sketch, and then the blinking is what we programmed in. You have just programmed an Arduino board to make an LED light blink. Using this knowledge, you can now create different patterns and time lengths between the blinks. The next tutorial will go even further, including wiring a breadboard and using multiple lights.